Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Then the economic indices you spoke about unemployment. Doc, you have economics background. So please, some of the analysis you make, you need to watch it. You can't say that you are challenging what? The unemployment figures published by the Ghana Statistical Service, and that those figures are not end of year figures.
Why can't you challenge?
If you're challenging Ghana statistical figures, then why are you relying on the same Ghana statistical figures for inflation? And you're saying that based on Ghana Statistical Services inflation figures, we have seen a drastic reduction.
The point is making, and if I got him right, don't correct me if I'm wrong, is that we must do like for like.
Yes.
So if you're doing unemployment figures and you want to do end year or end term, it should be end year or end term to end term.
Is that not what we are doing? No.
That's the point.
Hold on.
Is that not the point?
The Ghana Living Standard Service 7 was conducted in 2016, around August of 2016. It returned an unemployment rate of 8.4%. That can be found at table 5.2.7 of the Ghana Living Standard Service 7 published by the Ghana Statistical Service. The 2021 population census gave us the unemployment rate for the whole year, average unemployment rate for 2021. It was 13.4%.
No, they don't give average. They give, because it's a snapshot. Population census is based on the census night. Okay, data.
But the census is for what?
No, that's the point I'm explaining.
But the census is for what? When we do the census is for the year 2021. It's giving you the population of Ghana for the year 2021. So whatever point the analysis is done, that the figure, all the figures they publish is for that year 2021.
No, it's not for it.
Hold on, can I make my analysis?
Continue,
Even move beyond 2021, 2022, we were giving end of year unemployment rates. End of year. Because the current analysis that the GSS is doing, the annual housing income and expenditure survey that they are doing, which is a novelty that this current boss of the Ghana Statistical Service has introduced. They do it on a quarterly basis. So if you check Q4, you will know the end of year unemployment rate. And the quarter 4 unemployment rate for 2023 was 13.9. The 14.7% we have is for third quarter 2023, because they have not done the fourth quarter for 2023. So if you want to know the unemployment rate for Ghana as of September 2023, when the Q3 ended, that is the latest figure you use.
Yes.
So we are saying that under President Mahama, when he was leaving office, the latest unemployment figure, the last one was 8.4. The latest under you is 14.7. There is nothing wrong with this in terms of statistics or economics or anything. That is his own creation. So in terms of unemployment, you have performed poorly. And please, it is also not true for you to say that your government has created jobs. What jobs have you created? Why do you people continue to peddle falsehood? What jobs? Is it the NABCO 700 Ghana cedis jobs you created, which has collapsed, and which you have refused to even pay the beneficiaries their 9-month arrears? NABCO, is that the jobs, or is it the Nobwa Bade jobs, under planting for food and jobs, the fertilizer jobs you claim to have created, about 750,000 of it? Is that the jobs you are talking about? What jobs? What jobs? If you are creating jobs like you claim, how come the unemployment rate is not reducing? And forget about what he tries to confuse you.
Because perhaps the population is also increasing.
It is a rate.
Yes.
It is not an absolute nominal figure. It's a rate.
Yes.
So it is still a percent. Either than that, then you can never compare rates.
Yeah, but the rates will also translate into nominal figures.
Exactly. So you can't. He's an economist. He should not be arguing like that. That the population is increasing, so you can't compare unemployment. That is why it's a rate. It's a percentage of the population at any given time.
Yes.
Growth rate is a rate. The size of the economy does not remain static. It keeps on changing. But it is a rate, and that is why you can compare.
Yeah.
So don't make that analysis. Exchange rates. And here, exchange rate interest rate, where he talks about averages and percentages. You know, the problem is in economics. I heard on Tuesday Husseini saying that you don't do an analysis of nominal figures. It is false. You can do nominal and then you do percentage.
He didn't say you cannot do.
Oh, he said so. Go and watch the video. I was watching the video. He said it.
That
it is wrong. People do that. It is wrong. It's convenience because he thinks that once you see, but you can do both, and it is done. You do both. You do that. That is why when the Bank of Ghana is reporting our debts, they will give you the nominal and they will give you both. Now the point is, we can't do the percentages they want us to do now because we don't know the figures they are relying on for their percentages and their averages.
I don't understand what you're saying.
So they tell you that average interest rates for a certain period is 10%. What figures did they use for that?
But we know the interest rate.
No. For example, let me show you something. When you go and read Bawumia's 73 page speech,
he said,
where he says that averagely they done well relative to the fiscal deficits. Look at the figures he uses. He says that the fiscal deficit for 2018, he gives you 4.5. When that figure, government itself has abandoned it, he gives you a different figure for 2018, different from the figures they themselves presented to the IMF when they went for the $1 billion rapid credit facility and reported a full picture of our expenditure against revenue and, for that matter, the deficits. So the figures they are using are not before us.
Incorrect data.
Exactly. So if you use incorrect data, you get incorrect averages. Okay. So if you say that the average, you have done better in terms of averages and percentage, give us those specific figures year by year so that we can check you if you are relying on false figures. And then we will be able to tell you that your averages or percentages are 40. Either than that, the easiest thing to do is what he himself called for, and that is what I would do. What was the exchange rate at the time John Mahama was leaving office? What is the exchange rate now? When the dollar was selling at 3 cedis, 80 pesos under John Mahama, Bawumia tweeted and said, we should not be buying dollar at 3 cedis, 80 pesos. It was a mark of incompetence.
Was it Nana Akufo-Addo?
Both of them. 3 cedis, 80 pesos, both of them. Now you come into office and the dollar is 13 cedis and over. Then you want to tell Ghanaians that a dollar rate of 4 cedis is to $1. Your dollar rate of 13 cedis to $1 is better than Mahama's 4 cedis to $1. I mean, what are you doing to yourself?
So as I tried to explain,
what are you doing to yourself?
As I tried to explain last week, and there are two issues, and there's a reason why I read the Honorable Xp0se statement. Okay. So last week, as I was explaining, I said from 1 cedi to 2 cedis is 100%. But for 2 cedis, from 2 cedis to 3 cedis is 50%.
Don't even use those figures. Doc, 1 cedis to 2 cedis, 100%, right? 2 cedis to 3.5 cedis.
Yeah, 75%.
75%.
Yes.
Realize that the nominal is 1 cedi, 50 pesos.
Yeah.
From 2 cedis to 3 cedis.
So if...
But the percentage is less.
So on the face of it,
that percentage is better than the nominal.
What you'll be trying to do, if you just isolate it.
But the problem with that is that if I move something from 1 cedi to 2 cedi, the percentage is 100%. Now,
from 2 cedis to 3.5.
Now, it means that I have doubled it within a period.
Yes.
That's the meaning of it.
Yes.
Now, on the same token, if I move it from 2 cedi to 4 cedi, I have doubled it. Okay, that's the meaning of it. So the measures I'll put in place to avoid the doubling of the exchange rate is what we are talking about.
The measures
now,
you cannot
say that.
It's good. You've made a point.
No,
let me
just finish clarifying that because you've even I don't even know it's time to respond to that. But you can finish. Maybe I'll try to respond.
Okay. The point I'm making is that, Doc, percentages. That is a point you are also making. Percentages don't always tell the full picture. That's number one.
So I was going to conclude by telling you that this 1 cedi to 2 cedis and 2 cedis to 3 cedis, which you even amplified it better by making it 3.5, which in nominal terms is even bigger. But in percentage terms shows that
75%.
Now, after all these percentages, you're looking at the impact of what has happened on the economy.
Yes.
Now, even if in percentage terms, you say that from the percentage terms, it looks like, there's some 10% as against some 17%. But we are told that in a single year, 100 billion was added to our debt. 100 billion. That is the impact, the effect of that 10%. And so, if you just concern yourself with 10% and 17%, it does not relate to the state of the economy and the impact of that on the economy. Because the biggest question you need to ask yourself is, how did that 17% impact on your economy, whether adversely or not? And how has the 10% impacted on your economy?
So in other words, you're saying that with John Mahama's exchange rates, whatever percentage they want to give, at the end of the day, if you check its impact on the public debt, it was still sustainable. We're still able to service that debt. Now, the impact of your so-called percentage on your debt is so gargantuan that today your public debt has gone out of hands. You can't service it. That is one point. But let me even add another layer. Another point is that, Doc, when we are talking about indices like exchange rates, comparison of percentages is completely useless. Because when you go to the Forex Bureau this morning to buy dollars...
Stop going there.
I should go where?
You are not an importer. Stop going there.
So I should go where? I go there a lot. You go there a lot to do what? I've been renting. I just rented a space. I just paid for rent for our NDC.
You'll be arrested.
Forest Bureau.
You'll be arrested for going to pay rent in dollars.
But even they are giving road contracts in euros, cocoa road contracts.
No, they will.
And dollars.
You think in euros and
dollars.
But
once you peg it in dollars, you always pay the equivalent. So that is the problem. You understand? And they are paying a lot of things in dollars. But that was just by the way. The point is, when you want to buy safer, when you want to buy dollar today, you will buy it at the prevailing nominal rate.
Yes.
You will have to cough up 130,000 cedis to be able to get $10,000 today. 130,000 cedis and over to get $10,000. Whereas under President Mahama, you needed only 38,000 cedis, at most 40,000 cedis to get the same $10,000. If you were holding 5,000 cedis, if you were holding 5,000 cedis under President Mahama, it could get you at a rate of 4 cedis to the dollar. It could get you $1,250. Today, the same 5,000, you get $370.
Your incomes have improved.
What incomes? What incomes? Look at the rate of inflation. You understand? So, the livelihoods of Ghanaians, that's the point, have deteriorated. This is the key point. A deterioration in the living conditions of Ghanaians.
Okay, Sammy.
Doc, all the indices, even interest rates, averagely 2016, 25%. In 2022, it went to between 35% and 40%. Never use that figure, 30% anywhere. 2022, it went all the way to 38, 37. As I speak, 2023. No. Even interest, the treasury bill rate.
Yes.
This is a publication, my job online. Ghana maintains position with the highest interest rates in Africa, 2023.
Which date? 2024, 2023.
Yes, 4th January 2024. It was published in January 2024.
But currently, it's...
Yes, but I'm saying that this is if for the year ending 2023. So it was published in January 2024. And as at that time, it had eased. By December, interest rates had eased.
It was 20 what?
The 91-day treasury bill rate, 29.2%. Yeah. Treasury bill, not lending rate. Treasury bill. That is government's rate too. 182 day, 31.8. So even if treasury bill is going for this rate, the normal lending rate, you check. Even now as I speak, banks are lending at 35% as we speak. And interest rates in Ghana, the highest in Africa. Okay. So please, there is no basis to do a comparison. That comparison is an insult to the sensibilities of Ghanaians, 800,000 of whom have been plunged into poverty in 2022 alone as a result of your recklessness. Okay. So, but even if we do that comparison, there is not even one index that you have performed better than the NDC. And finally, he said growth rate was 2.7% in 2016 and 6% under them. I don't know whether that was a hypothetical example.
13 to 16.
That is average. That's
what was the average?
What average are you talking about? 2016, the growth rate was 3.6%.
Yeah, I'm saying average.
So give us those figures you average.
And so you just ask for this.
Give me the figures you average.
So
give me the figures you average. We ended with 3.6. That is what we know. Yeah. You 2023, you projected 1.5%. President Akufo-Addo in the SONA says you have 2.8%. It is still not better. So if you want to use averages for growth rate to say that you have done better, give us the figures you average.
We even did lower than 2.5 because we grew at 0.4 or something.
Exactly, but I'm saying that what figures did you average?
So gentlemen, just hold on. Dr. Kabir, I'll give you
what figures did you average?